All right, have you ever driven through Frisco and just thought to yourself, all right, what the heck are they building now? Yeah, that's gonna be the Fields, guys. And let me tell you, this thing is just not normal. We're talking about a city within a city kind of deal, guys. So much so that they dubbed it the 15-minute city. Listen, Universal's building a whole theme park inside, and the PGA has already set up shop as well, guys. They've got houses over here going for numbers that'll make your jaw lock. I mean, Shaq and Steph Curry have already bought their lots, but it's not just about the rich folks type of luxury, guys. This is the start of the new North Texan vibe. And look, here's the wild part. It's not just gonna change Frisco. It's gonna change how Dallas grows, period, right? So I really want you guys to hold on tight, guys, because Fields Frisco, this is about to rewrite the entire playbook, and I'm about to Andy Reid us all the way to the next championship.
Trips that you plan for the next whole week. Bands too long for so cheap and your flex so deep. You got it.
All right, so Frisco's not just growing, guys. It's reinventing itself, guys. Every time I roll through here, something's going on or going vertical, and half the time I'm like, who's even building this? And that's when I really did the research and found out, because Frisco Fields is going to be massive, and I need you guys to wrap your mind around this, because this is what caught my attention, and it's where things get really, really wild. Check this out. 2 words, Universal Studios. They decided that they're not going to build their next park in like LA or Florida. They're building it right here in Frisco, Texas. But it's not the kind of park you're thinking of. This one's smaller, cleaner, and built for families with little kids, like your 7-year-old's dream world with zero chaos in a hotel literally next door. All right, now picture this, right? It's summertime, the kids are out of school, so you drop the fam off at the park, designed by the same people who built Hogwarts. You grab a coffee over at Fields West, and you still make it to your office on time for that late morning Zoom call with the backdrop of the PGA fairway. That's the kind of lifestyle that wasn't available just a few years ago. That live where people vacation type of energy, guys. But let's just keep it real. Not everybody's thrilled about this, right? Some locals are nervous, saying, we don't want Frisco turning into a tourist trap. And I get it, right? Traffic, crowds, all of that. But the city didn't just roll over for this deal, guys. They ran the numbers. They added $70 million in infrastructure upgrades and said, yeah, this is still worth it. And why? Because it's projected to pump millions into the local economy every single year here. It's gonna boost small business revenue and keep Frisco on the map as the family capital of North Texas. Look, so whether you've got kids, plans, or just curiosity, you're about to see a brand new side of Frisco that's straight out of the future, and it's only the beginning. And check it, if you're already spending trying to figure out which one of these vibes actually fits you, that's where we come in, guys. We help people figure this out every single week, guys. If this is your first time to this channel, I'm Mark with the Dallas Relocation Guide, and we help people buy, sell, and relocate right here to the Dallas Metroplex. Listen, nobody's out here boots on the ground showing you the areas, the shops, and the homes, and also the lifestyle quite like we did. So if you're thinking about making a move, guys, feel free to reach out. All of our contact info's down in the description below and pinned to the top of the chat. All right, so now let's talk about the other half of this monster, which I've already hinted at, and that's gonna be the PGA Frisco, guys. But if you haven't driven by this, do yourself a favor. It doesn't even look like North Texas, guys. It looks like somebody took Pebble Beach and dropped it in the middle of Frisco and then said, yeah, I think we'll build a future golf course right here. And what about what they created, guys? How about the new headquarters for the PGA of America? And then to add a real estate cherry on top, they went ahead and built a $500 million Omni Resort hotel right next to it. 2 championship level golf courses and views that make you forget your 15 minutes from a Whataburger. But here's the thing, it's way more than just golf. This whole setup feels like the intersection of luxury and lifestyle. Look, you've got the rooftop dining, the walking trails, all the high-end bars, and you get the resort energy that makes you forget you're still in Texas suburbia. And then right next door, that's where the Preserve comes into play, guys, with a home start at around $3 million, and some shoot all the way up to 20 to 40. Listen, this is where Shaq and Steph Curry are planning their money for the future, guys. This one is gonna be super exclusive, but literally right around the corner from homes that you could plant roots in as well. Look, guys, these aren't just gonna be houses, these are statement pieces. Private gates, golf views, and designs that look like they came straight out of Architecture magazine. And the developer, Mr. Carhan, is the same guy behind Legacy West, guys, and he straight up called it the next Highland Park. And honestly, he might be underselling it. But what makes PGA Frisco so special is what it signals, guys. It's momentum. It's proof that North Texas isn't waiting on permission to level up, guys. You plant a development like this in the heart of Collin County, and it raises the bar for everything around it. Restaurants, office, even the schools. So yeah, it's golf, but it's really about lifestyle. It's where the energy, the money, and the vision of this region are all converging. And that's really what's super wild about all of this, and it isn't even the end of the story. Let's call it the opening drive. All right, so you've seen the golf, you heard about the theme parks, but Fields West is where it all comes together and where Frisco really starts to flex its city muscles, guys. Fields West is going to be the heartbeat of the entire project, guys. Think Legacy West, but bigger, flashier, and with Frisco written all over it. Listen, I love strolling through the shops at Legacy myself, guys. There's this energy to it that makes you stand up a little bit bit straighter. You feel a little bit more sophisticated, and put it quite frankly, allows you to soak up some of the rich air. And Fields West is going to be double, if not triple the size, sophistication, and really anchor the next few decades of growth around the Frisco and connecting suburbs. We just helped our client move down from St. Louis into a beautiful gated community just 10 minutes from here, guys. The house was equipped with a pool, the community had its own lake, walking trails, plus anything else your heart could desire. And they're going to be in before all this new development is completed. So when it's all said and done, their appreciation alone will be life-changing. And look, let me let you in on a little known secret, guys. Fields has locked in $425 million construction loan. They got another $70 million in city-backed bonds, and they're already about 70% pre-leased before the first wall even goes up. Now, from a commercial real estate standpoint, guys, that is unheard of. But it really should fill you in on the potential over here and what's going on. It really tells you everything that you need to know about the demand out here. Look, retailers are literally lining up to get a piece of this. We're talking about Bloomingdale, Sephora, Kendra Scott, all of the heavy hitters. But this isn't going to be your typical shopping center with apartments on top type of vibe, right? Fields West is being built as a full-blown urban district. Walkable blocks, rooftop lounges, boutique hotels, you get the high-end offices, and over 1,000 new apartments designed for people who want that city feel without the Dallas traffic. And honestly, guys, it's hard to overstate how wild this is for Frisco, Texas, right? A decade ago, this was just all open land. I mean, you had cattle dropping cow pies like Giannis drops double-doubles. You had grass fields as far as the eye could see. But now, you've got $1 billion downtown rising out of the ground, equipped with skyline views, golf to the west, and a Universal Park across the tollway. It's like watching a new city being born in real time. And Frisco, yeah, it's sitting right here acting like it's the pappy.
I'm the pappy!
Now, what I love most of all is Frisco isn't pretending to be Dallas at all, right? Fields West isn't trying to copy anybody's type of blueprint, it's writing its own. It's gonna be high-end but not uptight. It's gonna be clean but not sterile, and you can feel the swagger of this whole region baked right into the design. So yeah, when people ask what's next for North Dallas, this is it. Fields West, yeah, that's where suburban life officially stops feeling so suburban. All right, so let's zoom out for a second and really break all of this down to the nooks and crannies so you understand the play and can execute for your family if this is the right fit for you guys. Because what's happening in Frisco right now, this isn't random, it's surgical. Look, Fields isn't just another master plan community, it's a $10 billion economic engine that's literally reshaping how the city of Frisco works altogether. I mean, the mayor, Jeff Cheney, he straight up said it himself, guys. The goal is to shift Frisco's tax base from 70% residential to 50% commercial. And Fields is gonna be the playbook to get us there. And look, here's how deep it all goes. The city's not just watching this happen, guys. They're in the trenches each and every day. I've sat through some of the meetings and got the inside scoop from some of my developer partners, and they backed over $70 million in bonds to make sure the roads, the parks, and the infrastructure keep up with all of this growth. Look, they're betting big because this one project alone could move Frisco's economy into a whole new tax bracket, guys, which is saying a lot because it's already at the highest tier. Listen, that means more jobs, more local spending, and less tax pressure on homeowners, guys, and that's gonna be a key benefit for you. And it's not just officials hyping this all up. You've got the Frisco Chamber of Commerce, Visit Frisco, and the developers of Legacy West all saying the same thing. Fields is about keeping Frisco competitive with Dallas, Plano, and beyond. It's literally just a pure strategy play. And for me, I love it that it's not about copying the big city vibe, right? Frisco's not trying to be uptown Dallas, right? It's building something better suited for now. Walkable streets, high-end retail, offices mixed with apartments, and yes, that Universal Park for the families. It's that whole live, work, play lifestyle, but done the Texas way, which means everything is just gonna be bigger. But look, I know some locals are nervous, guys, traffic, crowds, and the whole is Frisco gonna lose its charm type of thing, but that's totally fair and I get that. But here's the real talk of it all. The city's already investing over $200 million into expanding the major roads in the Northern Corridor, including the Dallas North Tollway and Panther Creek Parkway, which if you move up here, you're gonna find out very quickly, these are the main arteries running through the city. Guys, they are not just winging out here. This is years of planning, zoning, and deal making all converging at the right moment. So look, when people ask me, why is everybody always talking about the Fields? It's because it's not just a Universal Park or golf. It's the fact that you're watching a suburb turn to its own self-sustaining city and a new downtown for Collin County that's built for the next generation of North Texans. All right, so now let's talk about the ripple effect, and we're gonna go even a level deeper because Fields doesn't just change Frisco, it's changing the entire map of North Dallas. See, when you drop a $10 billion development in one city, it doesn't stop at those city limits. It starts creating this ripple effect, and right now, those waves are hitting places like Salina, Prosper, and McKinney hard. Look, Salina's been on fire for a while now. New master plan communities every quarter, custom home builders everywhere, and land prices keep climbing faster than your thermostat during the Texas summers. And the same thing is happening over in Prosper, right? The schools, the retail, the residential are all surging because everyone wants that Fields proximity without paying those fields prices. Guys, developers are calling it the halo effect. You can see it in real time too. New restaurants are popping up, corporate tenants are moving north, and entire neighborhoods are branding themselves around that fields type of lifestyle. And it's not just hype either. Analysts are literally saying that this part of Collin County is becoming the next economic hub of the Metroplex. Guys, I mean, even McKinney, which is already strong and established, is getting a second win from all of this. All the demand spilling out from Frisco means more business parks, new mixed-use projects, and a whole new wave of buyers looking for that North Dallas feel with a little more elbow room. And that's really the beauty of it, right? Fields might be the crown jewel, but these surrounding cities, they're the ones catching all the shine. Guys, you don't have to live in Fields to benefit from Fields, right? The rising property values, the new schools, the jobs, it's all interconnected. And truth be told, growth this big doesn't stay contained, right? It radiates. And right now, that energy is flowing straight through the north side of the Metroplex. Now, guys, I really want to take this moment to throw it back at you. Like, what are your thoughts on all of this growth and what's happening? I mean, do you see a future here for you and your family? I really want to know how y'all see the North Dallas lifestyle shaping up. And seriously, just drop us a comment, guys. I read every one of these and I'll personally answer you back. All right, so with everything that we talked about, the golf, the Universal Park, the $10 million investment, you could be thinking, yeah, Marquez, this all sounds great, but does it actually hold the value? And that's a very fair question because look, we've seen all the big plans before, all the glossy renderings, the promises, and those headlines, but this isn't talk, guys. This thing is fully funded and already rolling. Like I said, when Bloomingdale, Sephora, and the PGA are all moving in before the paint dries, that tells you one thing. The market's not just confident, that baby's hungry. And here's the part that nobody's really even saying out loud. The Fields isn't just another development, it's a proof of concept for where Dallas real estate is headed. It's the model of what's coming to prosper McKinney and Salina, that live, work, play lifestyle, the mixed zoning, and the family first luxury. Listen, all the developers across the region are chasing this blueprint right now. So yeah, there's questions, traffic, affordability, can all this office space stay filled long term? Those are real concerns, but Frisco's not building blind, right? They've been preparing for this play for years. From all the road expansions to city incentives to corporate recruitment, they're not gambling, guys. They're playing chess and people from all over, they want in. And for the buyers, this is what I tell people all the time. When a city like Frisco invests billions to reinvent itself, you gotta pay attention, right? Follow the signals, follow the money. That's where opportunity usually lives. Because for me, guys, the game is changing. And if you're watching this video, we've already got you ahead of most people. All right, guys, before we get too far, I want to show you Britton Homes over here in the Frisco Fields, guys. One of the premier builders. Now, they're at their last inventory, but they have some smoking deals. So I'm going to show you what the floor plan looks like, and then we'll go over to our next one, which will be Landon Homes over in the east side. All right, so as we walk through the front door, you are just greeted with customizations everywhere. And I mean that with all intention. I mean, from the chandeliers to the smooth walls, down to the herringbone in the floors as soon as you walk in. These type of details, that's what makes Britton just a beautiful statement piece, right? So right off of the front door, you have this beautiful office space. Double height ceilings with the massive custom chandelier. We have the wood paneling all on the walls, plus a little built-in wet bar from that nightcap after a long day of work, right? We understand. But again, continued the hardwood floors all the way throughout this space. Double height windows over here, letting in all that loads of natural light. I'm a big fan of whenever they do the curtains all the way to the ceiling. It just adds that bit of grandness, and that's something that you just can't miss, right? The details in here. Then you have the built-in shelving, again, really beautiful space, and then you kind of have pictures of what the Fields is going to look like, guys. So that's going to be that walkability right from your house into the entire area, and you can just go and live without having to get in your car. So if you're looking for walkability in the suburbs, you're going to have to be here in the Fields to be able to have that, and that's why they're calling this a 15-minute city. So as we swing around, I'll go in here to the first bedroom, and right off of the front of the house, you have your first bedroom here, right? Loads of natural light, queen size bed, plenty of space in this room. Loving all the fixtures and everything they chose. Just the details in here are amazing. Again, as you come on around, we'll take a look. So we have a full bath in here, and this room is massive. I have to be honest with you, because this should be your closet space. So closet space here. And as you come back around, now we're coming into that bathroom. You have your vanity, custom cabinetry, LED backlit mirror, right? And then I just love this feature of this shower, right? So they have added a little architectural feature. So the house is modern, but you still have some of that traditional flair that you can't get with other builders, right? This is a Britton home. Britton is going to be the higher end level of Perry home. So if you love a Perry, then you're gonna love Britton 2 times as much. All right, so coming back out into our hallway space, again, highlighting the double height ceilings. We also have our staircase leading up to the 2nd level. And I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it because you can either go left off to another bedroom, or we have our game room space headed off this way. But we'll go down there in just a second. First, let's catch a look at the heart of the home. So as you come in, guys, just a massive amount of space, living, dining, double height fireplace all the way up to the top with the marble, right? That marble really showing off that gas fireplace. Built-ins on either side with the floating shelves and lots of natural light, even coming from these windows. Perry's really known for having those windows above to really let in even more light. And then who does not love a slider, especially in Texas? So as we swing on around, now you have your dining room and open concept kitchen. As you guys can see, it is immaculate. I mean, look at this custom LED lights coming down from the ceiling here, and then the cabinetry built in right all the way to the top. You have some with glass overlays with the LED lighting in the backdrop, custom hood vent, right? So they're doing that 2-tone theme. They kept all the cabinets, uppers and lowers relatively the same, but they add a pop of color here, over here, and also one of my favorites is gonna be the built-in fridge, right? So you have the built-in fridge, and we have the built-in wine for my wine connoisseurs, right? You cannot go wrong with this. Guys, I don't know about you, but my wife would go crazy on this, right? This is just immaculate. And so it's something about having that built-in look. It just makes everything so much more high scale, upscale, luxury, and that's really what you're looking for if you're going to be buying in the fields. So take another look at the grandness. I mean, the custom chandeliers up there. I mean, whoever does the interior designing in here, A+ for them, A+. I give them kudos. Now, this island space, right? This has to be 12 feet in length. You have the herringbone wood floor pattern laid out. So again, those custom features are what really bring this house together. And then I love how they continue this with the waterfall edge. I'm not sure what material these are. These look like they could be some sort of marble or quartz, but beautiful. I'm loving it. You have your oven and fireplace here, and then you have this beautiful gas range, 6 burner with the griddle. And then you have 2 more spaces for more oven space there. And then they kept the same theme with the countertops running up the backsplash, and even built in this custom layer here with that same material. So everything is upscale, custom, even down to this, right? This is not something you typically see. So this is not a farmhouse sink. They did the sink and they added this as a custom detail because it matches that countertop. Brass fixtures throughout, kind of matching the tones. We have like a warm oak tone in here, but again, the oak is definitely in trend right now. And I think it's something that can be timeless because it's just a beautiful, beautiful material and beautiful color. And again, plenty of built-in shelving. So anything you need to store, you have room for that as well. So as we come on around, now we have our backyard. And I believe this is going to be the primary bedroom. So we're going to save that for last, guys. So let's scroll on back around. Through this way, you should have our laundry room. So very spacious in here. They even have the built-in sink right here behind this door. And then they have that herringbone, keeping that theme throughout the entirety of the house. And then we have our pantry here. Plenty of space for those home goods, those Costco runs, all the Sam's Club. And of course, if you move into Texas, the HEB runs. It's inevitable. And back here, this is the office space, but this would be your 2-car garage. So we're gonna kind of skip over that. Now let's go upstairs and see what we're working with. Because again, I'm really excited to show you all the amenities that they have in this property. All right, so coming up the stairs, beautiful banister, has that curve to it. That's really something that I think a lot of people enjoy, especially if you have kiddos who's gonna be going to prom soon, right? That's definitely a nice little touch. And so over here, right to the right, we'll have our game room and all of that. But over here on the right side of the house, we have the single bedroom. So it's almost like its own ensuite, own little hotel room type of vibe. We have our closet space here. And turn this down a little bit so you can see just a little better. And then we come into the room. Love the architectural features that they use on the wall. Plenty of space, queen size bed. Got a little seat and nook with storage underneath, right by the window bay. And then this is equipped with a full bathroom, tub shower surrounding there. Beautiful bedroom up here. So the specs on this house is gonna be a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, just over 3,900 square feet. And this one is listed for 1.49, right? So basically 1.5 million. But again, what you're getting being in this area, that is a steal of a price, because once the fields is completed, all of these values are going to jump like crazy. All right. Now heading over to this side of the house where we're going to get into more of our common areas. I do love when they have this open area so you can look down to the bottom below and you can just kind of look at your guests as you're entertaining. If you are an entertainer, this is the house to do so in, right? Just plenty of open air, definitely gonna be good to congregate with friends and have people over, and you will be the belle of the ball, I can promise you that. So as we come into this open space here, this is going to be the game room. They have a ping pong table, but this could be your pool table. Plenty of space in here. So we have the beams up top. Again, beautiful custom lighting. So plenty of natural light coming through here with all the wall of windows. And then we have our legit movie theater over here. So again, beautiful. They have it wired for sound, wired for lights. They have the special effects here on the wall, right? So really giving you that movie theater feel. And it's something that you just cannot pass up. If you're gonna have a home of this caliber and this size, you gotta have the legit movie room. It's beautiful. I would probably add some sort of door just so I can separate, maybe do some soundproofing. But again, you have a place to put your screen up there and also to put your projector. So loving this space up here. All right, so now we're gonna come over to the right and we should be heading into another bedroom. Should be an ensuite as well. So coming right in, we have our tub shower surround, and I love how they took the tile all the way around on this one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's almost like these rooms have their own little hallway, so it's just a little more quiet and just private in here. Perfect for your little girl's room. The kiddos would love this house. Probably not as much as you would love it, but I understand, right? And my kids, they like our house too, but me and the wife, we love in our house way more. But I'm not gonna lie, we are looking to invest in something like this. Now, one of the things I did talk with someone about is I love how Perry and Britton, they have these step downs, guys. So it just feels like you're coming into your own little oasis. It's home. I can't really explain the feeling of walking down, but it just makes it feel like this is like secluded. We're secluded from the rest of the house. Just very private, very open, very airy. Extra tall ceilings in this room. I think this room is a little bit taller than the ceilings, and you have the drop down. So adding a little bit more elegance, loving this. Big bay window with the bench seating, right? Easy to put your shoes on in the morning time. And you have the beautiful, you guys probably can't see out there, but it looks amazing. So again, Fields West just offers so much. And this bedroom has its bathroom located right across the hall. All right, so all right, guys, so as promised, now I'm going to take you into the coup de grace, which everyone wants to see is gonna be that master oasis where mom and dad get to retreat from a long day at work, the people who are actually paying the bills. So let's go and check this out. So as we come into your master bedroom, guys, custom woodwork on the ceiling. Again, they're keeping the theme with these beautiful chandeliers. Probably throw a ceiling fan in here just for kind of the way that most people are gonna use their bedroom, right? Usually want a ceiling fan, but again, plenty of space, big wall of windows, wallpaper. Probably would have chose something a little different, but it works in this style. Again, this definitely feels just like a complete retreat, away from the world, away from the kids, away from everybody else who's garnering your attention, right? But you're able to come in here with your significant other and kind of decompress and just be proud of yourself for what you've been able to build over time, right? This is what moving to Dallas and Texas is all about, is being able to get some of the fruits of your labor, especially if you're coming from high places like New York, California. Like one of our clients, they came in, they sold their house for 1.5, and it was probably a 1,800 square foot 1930s. It wasn't crazy upgraded, it's special, kind of outdated and whatnot. And they came here and bought something like this. Now, could you imagine the amount of excitement that they had being able to upgrade their lifestyle and not have to spend more than they were already spending, guys? So coming into the master bath, I mean, just what is there not to like? So we have a full wall of tile on the back. It's gonna have the backlit LED around our mirrors. You have your vanity, floating vanities with the waterfall edge. How many times have you seen a waterfall edge in a bathroom? Freestanding tub that most of you are probably never gonna use, but I know you wanna have it. And then again, same thing over on this side. And the beautiful part is you have his and hers on either side. I know, guys, we're probably going to be sharing half of our closet with the ladies, and it's understood, guys, right? Now, we have this beautiful, massive shower. Those have to be, I'd say, 16 by 30 something inch tiles on the wall there, and just goes all the way to the ceiling. Rainfall shower head, the bronze, multiple shower jets here, and we have that bench seating, which just makes taking a shower and rinsing off the day just so much more enjoyable, right? So get a close look at these tiles. I mean, this is just pristine. This is like going inside the Ritz-Carlton. This is like being at the Omni every single day after you come home. So we'll check out the closet space here. And again, plenty of space. Loving how they have everything sectioned out, built-ins, right? Double height ceilings. It looks like they've used every inch of space in here. You have built-ins here for shoes or trinkets or whatever you would like. Again, they utilize most of the space in here, so there isn't anything that's wasted. And then as we come around here, we'll check out the other closet. Same, right? All the space is being utilized to make sure that you can fit all your clothes in here, or that you'll have to go and walk across the street to buy more. That's pretty much the theme inside of the Britton home. All right, so before we exit the house, let's take a quick look outside, guys. So covered patio, custom wood on the ceiling, right? This is an entertainer's dream, especially when you have these grand doors that lets in that indoor-outdoor feel for the entertaining. The lot, these are on 60-foot lots, right? So you do have plenty of space back here if you wanted to put, this is gonna be an entertainer's pool is what I would call this. Not gonna be the big crazy one, but it's gonna be one that'll have that pizzazz that you can see from the inside as you look at it. It's more of a picture frame-esque, right? But again, you have the built-in your grill over here, gas fireplace built up to the ceiling, and they even put the shades here that you can come down, because in Texas, guys, you're gonna need these shades if you're gonna be outside. You're gonna have bugs, it's gonna be like stuff coming in, so you wanna put that down, except during the winter months like now, this is the perfect time to be outside. I don't usually get to wear suits in the videos because it's just too doggone hot, but now I'm able to do that because the weather is just pristine. This is the time when you really want to be outside. So give you another look of all of this here. So, I mean, just based upon the price, what you're able to get in the area, this is a no-brainer steal of a deal. Britton is in their final phases. They're gonna be getting out of here. They're done in the fields. So if you want something like this, guys, don't be afraid, reach out and we can get you going on this deal. So if you like this one, guys, they're down to the last few builds here. They have a little bit of inventory left on their inventory sheets. And what I know about Britton and Perry is, especially as we get towards the end of the year, they are known to make a deal happen. So if you're thinking about making a move, feel free to reach out, guys. All of our contact info is down in the description and then pinned up there to the top of the chat.
So I'm super excited to announce we just released our Reload Ready bundle. This is a bundle that gives you our knowledge of the Metroplex, the best areas, best food spots, best schools, and overall what to expect. And lastly, we're going to give you access to our preferred property list. This is when builders have inventory that they need to move. They call and give us first dibs. These are going to be those discounted properties you won't find on Realtor or Zillow.com. So if you want exclusive access, click the link below, become a part of our inner circle. circle where we say less and pay less. Now, back to the video you were watching.
All right, so let's just keep it 100, guys. Fields ain't for everybody, and that's okay, right? Because here's the truth. Not everyone wants to live next door to the Ritz-Carlton or drive past million-dollar homes on the way to Starbucks. Some folks just want some space, quiet, and a slower pace, and that's a part of what makes North Texas so beautiful. You've got all of these options. But look, here's the flip. Even if you never buy a $3 million home in the Preserve or grab some cocktails on the rooftops over in Fields West, you're still going to feel that impact. Because when a city raises its game like this, everything around it levels up too. All the new schools get funded, the infrastructure gets stronger, the job opportunities, they expand. And then the property values keep rising and rising and rising. I mean, just ask people who bought in Frisco 10 years ago how they feel about all the appreciation. So if you really think about it, if Frisco wins, so do you by default. And this is where some people get it twisted. They see Fields and they say, that's not for me, right? But I see Fields and I say, this is for all of us. Because what it's really doing is proving what's possible when the suburb stops thinking small. It's showing that the Dallas area can build communities that compete anywhere in the nation. Austin, we're competing with Nashville, New York, even Scottsdale, all the while keeping that Texas soul intact. And for the people thinking about moving here, let me tell you, Frisco used to be the quiet kid in class. Now it's the one that everyone wants to sit next to. And if you're smart about it, guys, you don't have to be in the fields to benefit from it. All these surrounding cities, Prosper, McKinney, Salina, are catching the wave as well. And the time to catch it is now, not when it's fully built out, because you're gonna miss everything that's going on. And that's where me and my team come into play, guys. We can get you situated in a situation that fits you and your family and their lifestyle. So whether you're dreaming big or just watching how this all plays out, the story of the fields isn't just luxury, it's momentum. And that's something everybody can ride, right? So here's the deal, guys. What's happening in Frisco isn't just another development story, it's a preview, a live action trailer for the next chapter of Dallas living. Because if you look around North Texas right now, from the fields in Frisco to Firefly Park, all the way down to the mix, you can feel it, right? The entire Metroplex is reinventing what suburban even means now. This isn't cul-de-sacs and chain restaurants anymore, guys. It's skyline energy blended with family living and a lifestyle people used to think you could only get in the city. And that's the shifts right there, guys. The future of Dallas isn't about moving closer to downtown anymore. It's about bringing that downtown experience to your front door. Walkable streets, local boutiques, trails that connect homes to coffee shops, that 15-minute lifestyle that big cities brag about. And Dallas is now doing it bigger, cleaner, and smarter than ever. What this Fields development proves is that North Dallas doesn't need permission to play in the big leagues. We're not waiting for legacy, we're building it brick by brick. We're literally watching ranch land turn into modern city blocks and somehow still keeping that Texas flavor intact. Listen, 10 years from now, people are gonna look back on this moment and realize this was the time when the Dallas Metro started to rewrite its rules. Guys, the Fields is just the spark of the fire. The real story, though, is gonna be momentum is kicking off. One that's redefining what it means to live, work, and belong in North Texas. Listen, what's happening, guys, isn't just growth, it's history with a pulse. The Fields isn't some pie-in-the-sky project, it's proof that Dallas doesn't just evolve, it reinvents itself every decade and dares everybody else to keep up. And if you're watching this from another state wondering if it's time to bet on yourself and what Dallas has to offer, then feel free to reach out, guys. My team and I, we would love to be a real estate resource of choice. All of our contact info is down in the description below and pinned up to the top of the chat. And hey, I get it, if you're still at the early stages doing your homework, that's okay too, right? I've got a whole playlist lined up that'll take you deeper into what living in Dallas really even looks like, feels like, and you can binge watch all that sauce right here.